Well, hello and welcome. It's your weekly look at Tiffin University football. Hi, everybody. I'm Russ Snyder, voice of the Dragons. To my left, head football coach of the 3-0 Tiffin University Dragons. You said you liked the way 2-0 sounded last week.
Yeah,
I bet you like the way 3-0 sounds. It's Cris Reisert.
Sounds even better. We love that too. It's always good to have a 0 at the end.
Well, you got your first conference win, which is always a tough one, and you got it on the road. So, I mean, there's a couple things right there that we're kind of going against. You got to go on the road. You got to play a conference team. You guys got up early. Credit Northwood. They battled back. And then your guys were able to right the ship there in the second half and punch through and get yourself a win at the end. So a little bit of ebb and flow back and forth between the two teams, and sometimes you need games like that to see how your kids react.
You do. You know, it was a growing experience, I think, for our team, I think for our program. And it's like I told them at halftime, right? It certainly didn't go according to plan. And at the end of the day, you have opportunities, right, that present themselves to you. You get to figure out how tough you are, you know, and figure out how much you're able to stay together as a football team and keep pushing forward. And I thought it was cool to see our guys respond.
You believe we're about 35-40% of the way through the season already?
It's crazy. You know, it's an 11-game regular season, right? And we're we're over 25% through. And I keep sharing it with the guys. And our big thing is every week we want to be the most excited team to play. You know, and game day we want it to be the most fun, most energetic atmosphere we could possibly be in, because you know they work 355 days a year or 345 days a year for 11 opportunities, and so we try and cherish every Saturday, and so I share that all the time. Like, you have 8 guaranteed opportunities left. What are you going to do with those 8? Let's at least enjoy them and compete.
And I'm sure the upperclassmen can tell the young guys that it goes by faster and faster each and every year, guys. So enjoy the opportunities that you get.
Without a doubt.
Let's talk a little bit about the we're far enough into the season where you can kind of take a look at yourself a little bit. And some of the national rankings, Tiffin right now sitting 2nd in Division II in turnover margin, 10th in Division II. This is just the defensive side of the football. 10th in Division II in defensive pass efficiency. Jesse Cannell 4th in fumble recoveries, and Robert Holtz 4th in sacks. So it's good to see your hard work paying off with some recognition right now.
Yeah, no, I think the turnover margin thing's really key. If you look at our plan to win, you know, as a football program, number one is protect the ball. You know, and we say own the ball, right? Meaning we want to attack it on defense and we want to own it on offense, right? In every series and a kick. And so we stress it every day. We stress it, you know, 8,000 times every day. And so it's good that, you know, that energy we're putting into it is starting to get some payback on the back end.
On the offensive side, Dragons 4th in the country in total offense, 5th in scoring, 8th in rushing, 4th in first downs, and Devin Nelson 5th. Ronald Blackman 9th in the country in yards per carry. And Ronald, great to see him step up and really take a big step forward for you in that running back room last weekend. Yeah,
without a doubt. No, Dev got banged up, and so next man up, and Ronald did a great job finishing the Northwood game. Carson Griesbach was available as well, and was there and got some pivotal carries. And so, yeah, I think offensively, I think we're, you know, in a good spot in terms of how we're continuing to evolve and continuing to get better. And you know, even though we got 8 games left, it's still only week 3, and we got a lot of work to do. Right?
Absolutely.
So, got to keep getting better every single week, and in all honesty, kind of have a great practice today and a great practice tomorrow, and that'll allow us to continue to reap dividends on Saturday.
You mentioned Carson. Your 3 top running backs are all, I think, in the top 9 in the conference in yards per game. So getting a lot of productivity from a numerous amount of people. And then Jalen Thomas as well, 9th in the country in touchdowns.
Yeah, and I think there is a common thread there, right? That's the big boys up front in terms of running the rock, right? And our O-line, our tight ends, have done a tremendous job. Coach Johns, Coach Proso have done a great job leading the the running game up front. I'm really proud of them.
And we'll talk a little bit about the challenges the offensive line may have this coming Saturday with Ashland, maybe bringing the best pass rush you guys have seen so far this year. But we'll talk first off about the Northwood game. Opening score of the game, the Dragons put up 15 right away off the get-go. Kason Martin, a 10-yard pass to Jalen Thomas. James Dean with a 2-point conversion to make it 8-0. The big play on that drive, and maybe the 61-yard pass to Josh Lewis to set up the touchdown.
Yeah, no, great play by Josh. You know, Josh had caught the ball on really a skinny post and got banged by a safety and broke the tackle, and then broke a couple other tackles, and it was a high-effort play. We show our high-effort plays to our guys every week, and number one core value within our program's effort, right? And so got to highlight it every day and show them to the guys, and that was one of them that got highlighted. So really, really proud of that, and then capped it with a scoring drive. So I think really came out of the gates, 15-zip, played really well, and then, you know, we gave some momentum back to Northwood, which I know you're getting to.
We'll get there.
Gloss over everything, right, and just move on, kidding. No, go ahead.
Well, Second touchdown drive, as Coach said, to go up 15-0. Josh Lewis set up the first touchdown for Jalen Thomas, and Josh Lewis gets one 21 yards out, and it's 15-zip Dragons, and Northwood makes it 15-7 at the end of your first quarter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, a good start. I think, like I said, we came out with pretty decent energy. I thought, credit to them, I thought they had a resilience about them throughout the day. I thought they played hard for 60 minutes, and which is a tribute to any program and any coaching staff, and it was good.
Northwood's never a fun team to play.
No.
You know they're going to play hard. They got guys that are going to hit you, and they do a lot of different things with their offense as well. Grant Woodfin, good to see him put a couple through the uprights, especially from some strange angles. He was on the far left hash, I think, on his first field goal, the 24-yard field goal that gave you guys an 18-7 lead. But kickers, they need to see the ball go through those uprights to keep that confidence going. Yeah,
no doubt. We're proud of Wood. He works really hard at it. He's diligent about his craft, and our guys have a lot of faith in him, as do I, and his ability to make kicks in big moments. And so never in doubt when you trot him out there.
Awesome. And then Northwood, an interception return. That young man had a great game, led him in tackles, had the big long interception return for a touchdown. And they go touchdown, field goal to finish off the half. And at the halftime, Dragons are down 20-18. Time to go in and make some adjustments.
Yeah, without a doubt. No, that kid had a great day. Number 5 had a great day. Made a bunch of big plays, and credit to him.
Second half, third quarter, Northwood comes out and scores again to make it 27-18, but that's the wake-up punch maybe the Dragons needed, because from then on, Tiffin started putting the hammer down. Ronald Blackman, a 3-yard touchdown run to get the score to 27-25, and on that drive, your quarterback, Casey Martin, 5 straight completions on that drive to set up the short touchdown run for Ronald Blackman.
Yeah, he responded, and like I said, we always talk about no flinch, and it's a great thing to say all the time, but until you face some adversity, it's really hard to figure out if you can really abide by it. That is who you are and who you are as a football team, and I think it was a tremendous opportunity for us to be more resilient, for us to get tougher throughout the afternoon, and we didn't flinch, and so I'm proud of our guys for that.
Well, you have to. I mean, your teammates, especially if you're a quarterback, all eyes on you. You know that as a former quarterback. You have a bad play, your team wants to see how you respond. You come out 5 straight completions, lead your team to a touchdown drive. That gets them real quick forgetting about the other one and thinking about what you just did. And then another field goal, Grant Woodfin. This time he went from 24 the first time, 23 from this time, and on that drive, it really got started with Patrick Tuame with the 42-yard punt return.
Yeah, big play by Pat. Josh was out, our starting punt returner, and
it surprised me when I called him and saw him out there.
It feels like it's been kind of the story of our season, next man up. You know what I mean? And so many different guys and so many new positions and new opportunities, and they've really risen to the occasion. And Patrick is the ultimate competitor. He's the heartbeat of our program, and so for him to get an opportunity, never in doubt. Like if there was a play to be made, he was going to make it. And I got after him on Sunday because he got hawked, right? But other than that, I'm very, very happy for him.
And I saw him just a little while ago in the Gilmore Student Center. He was on the phone with somebody. He made sure that I saw him so he could say hi to me. So I love that kind of stuff.
Patrick's one of a kind.
Ronald Blackman then caps off the scoring for the Dragons, a 4-yard touchdown run. At the end of 3, the Dragons had a 28-27 lead. And then after Ronald's touchdown run in the 4th, 34-27, that's your final score. And we said, a tough, hard-fought win. You got to go on the road, opener in conference. You just want to go up there, fight hard, get the dub, and come back home.
Yeah, without a doubt, right? At the end of the day, when they look at the real box score, it says you won, right?
That's all that matters.
So, we found a way to be resilient and to win a football game, and now we've got to have a better week of practice and hopefully find a way to win another football game this Saturday.
94 plays by your offense on Saturday. That's a big number.
Yeah, there's a lot. No, they played a lot of snaps.
Well, you get 31 first downs. It's going to lead to a lot of plays.
No, I think it was like 94 plays for like 550 yards.
Right on the money.
A bunch of first downs. And so, really when you look at the difference in the game, we turned the ball over and we gave up turnovers for points. And really when you look at that, it's a hard recipe to win football games when you turn it over and those turnovers lead to points. And so, we didn't do it maybe the right way that we needed to. But
wasn't by the book.
No, it wasn't by the book. But we overcame it. We found a way. And here we are.
Ronald Blackman, 117 yards, found the end zone a couple times. Josh Lewis receiving 108 yards. and a touchdown on the defense. We can mention Patrick again, Robert Holtz, Jesse Cannell, Antonio Berry didn't have a lot of numbers, but it seemed like he was making a lot of plays for you out there as well. So when you look at some of these numbers, the only one I haven't brought up yet, maybe the one that you may be most proud of, your defense holding your opponent to 3 of 15 on third downs. That's pretty good.
No, we had really made a big emphasis on improving in third down on defense, and they did that. They responded, and I think, to our defense, they got some really key stops in the fourth quarter too, and showed a resilience that is going to be necessary as our season continues to be able to win and have that killer instinct late in games.
Well, the Dragons will be playing this Saturday at 4 o'clock kickoff at Frost Countout, and it is a whiteout. So if you're coming, wear your white Dragon gear and get ready because the Ashland Eagles are coming to town. They were the preseason favorite to win the league. Dragons preseason picked second. Their schedule hasn't been the easiest. They have a 1-2 record right now after getting a win over Hillsdale last week. And if you look at the last 4 times the Dragons and Ashland have got together, 2-2. And a total of 21 points separates the two teams over the last 4 games. So you just looking at that, I'm going to go into assume that this is going to be a hard-fought, close battle.
Yeah, it always is. A good football team, good football program. Coach Geyser being a first-year head coach.
Yeah.
His first opportunity in this game, and look forward to the chance to compete against those guys, and have a lot of respect for Ashland and the way that they do things, but certainly looking forward to the chance Saturday at 4 to line them up and go toe-to-toe.
A couple running backs you got to be very familiar with. Guys, it seems like I've been saying their names for as long as Patrick Tuame has been here.
Right.
And quarterback's a former punter, but he was a Division I kid originally and a transfer back, so he seems like he's getting a little bit better each and every week, and some talented guys on the outside as well. But the defensive side is where I mentioned earlier, a big challenge for your offensive line. You're facing a team that's leading the conference in sacks right now, and Chris Julian on the outside I think he has 4 right now to lead, 4.5, something like that, to lead his team. So they're going to present some obstacles for you on the offensive side. I'm sure you guys are prepared for, but maybe just a little bit step up in the athleticism and things that you've seen from the defensive pass rush.
Yeah, I think offensively, I think it always starts up front for them. They're really solid up front. They have 2 great running backs at 7 and 1. Mm-hmm. This year their receiving crew looks a little different. 17 and 11 have both been really effective, and got some young kids that are starting to step up. And the quarterback, to your point, I think has gotten better each week and is playing good football. And so they're a challenge in a big way. Defensively, they're always I think one of the most well coached and put together units that we play. And Coach Rose, the longtime defensive coordinator there, does a great job, and I have a lot of respect for him, and look forward to the opportunity to go against this defense, because it's a true test, and one that I think our guys are really relishing as well, and seeing it as again an opportunity to figure out where we're at, and to figure out if we can get better one more week. And put ourselves in a position to win a game. I
think when the schedule came out, over the summertime, everybody around the league, media people, probably circled this game as one of the big ones in the conference this week. So talk a little bit about how important it's going to be to get our fans out there, not only the students and the faculty, the staff, but the local folks as well. The start time actually fits perfect with the other TV schedules and stuff that's going on. So explain a little bit how much it's going to mean to your kids to get all those folks out there for the whiteout.
No, it's invaluable. I think just the energy, the atmosphere, to get as many people within the town, as many of our students and faculty and professors and you name it, right, to be out there and support our guys. I think that home field advantage goes a long way, especially in big games that are close, right? Mm-hmm. And like you said, right, these typically don't result in lopsided, one way or the others, and so having that energy and that juice and the opportunity for our guys to play in front of a packed house, I think it'd be a really cool moment for them and a good experience for them, and we'll be ready to roll.
Football is alive and electric in Tiffin, Ohio right now. You look at my friend, one of my best friends is Tiffin Calvert's head football coach, Cris Reisert.
Undefeated.
And he's great. He sent me a text last night. He goes, "You realize between the 2 colleges and the 2 high schools we're like 14-1 or 16-1 or something like that in Tiffin." So football is thriving right now in Tiffin, Ohio.
It is. It's really cool. Coach Reiser's done a great job at Calvert, and Coach Lutz has done a tremendous job at Columbia, and they had a huge couple wins back-to-back earlier this season, and as did Calvert, and Coach Donaldson over at Heidelberg is doing a tremendous job over there, and we're trying to carry our weight. And so I tell people all the time, Tiffin's a football town.
It is.
and you got two great institutions, a Division III school, a Division II school, right, a bigger high school, a slightly smaller high school, and all kind of in different areas, but playing really, really high level football and what they're doing. So I love, getting out there on a Friday night, and most Fridays we've been out to watch Columbia and to watch Calvert, and if Heidelberg played at a different time, we go watch them play, but it's just cool to be from this town and see the success that's happening and the cool things that are happening too. And then I think too, man, I do think that football success is a byproduct of the success of our town, and it's really cool as our town has expanded and grown. All the neat things that are happening around Tiffin, the infrastructure and the new restaurants and bars and things that are happening in this area. It's a great place to be at Tiffin. It's a great time to be at Tiffin.
We're lucky in a community our size to have the two universities and to be able to have that exposure to be able to go. I remember being in high school, and when if there was nothing going on Saturday afternoon, I was at Frostcow now watching Columbian watching Heidelberg or watching Tiffin or going out to Mohawk when Dragons used to play out there. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to be following some football here in Tiffin, Ohio. The Dragons will be playing Ashland Eagles at 4 o'clock on Saturday. You can catch all the action on the video side. Get the Great Midwest Digital Network app, or you can just link up right through the GoTiffin.com website. We'll have all the video taken care of for you. I'll have the play-by-play on there as well as on the TU Dragon Football Radio Network. Coach, any final words to tell the folks about what they're going to be seeing from your Dragons this Saturday?
Come out and see us. It's going to be an awesome day. It really is. Excited to watch our guys compete, play hard, play with energy. We will be the most excited team to play. We'll play with tremendous effort and passion. I think the town will be really proud of the product we put out there.
I can't wait for it, Coach. As we said, it's this Saturday at 4 o'clock kickoff. Our coverage will begin right around 3 o'clock.
Dragon Walk at 1:30 if I can, too. Cool.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Dragon Walk at 1:30. We have the band, the cheerleaders, our student athletes walk into the stadium, hype video.
That's on Charlotte Street right there beside the tennis courts. You guys come walking in that way.
New tradition we've started and really fun for families and little kids to come see the band and cheerleaders and shake some hands and see their heroes that are the players, and my family will be there, all of our families will be there, and it's a really cool thing.
Yeah, but you can tell it's new because I forgot to talk about it. It's only the second time we've had it. So.
I don't blame you. I was like, man, we should mention that, right?
We totally should. We'll mention it next home game, I can promise you. Well, Coach, thank you so much for your time, man. Looking forward to watch your kids compete this Saturday, and hopefully next week we'll talk about another Dragon victory.
Let's go.
All right, he's Coach Cris Reisert. I'm Russ Snyder, and you have been watching the Coach Cris Reisert Show.